Timer's ticking. Last chance to hit those likes. Let's get the party started. Yo, what's going on, Cam fam? We got, I see Crypto Shock in here. He's already saying good morning. I see Blaze saying yo. I see Dan saying let's do it, JBH. He's calling for 19K. Maybe we'll see it, maybe we won't. Let's go. Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's jump on it. Let's not waste any time this morning. And let's get on into the action. Josh, I see you in here. He's saying if you're sweating, you're going to be in heavy. Play smaller. Also remember your time horizon. Very true, man. Very true. If you sweat a dump, you're too much in. You're too much in the damn market, man. Wayne, there's Wayne. There's my Bitcoin maxi. Wayne, you'll always be the joke of the Bitcoin maxi, my man. You'll never get out of that joke. You know, it's always going to be the joke of the stream now. Rod, what's going on, Rod? Rod Radford, say good morning, man. What's going on, Rod? Let's not waste any time this morning. John said, short stream alert. No, I might stay on to the market open because I want to see how crypto reacts to the stock market open today. As, you know, it was, last night was, like I said, it was kind of weird. Like you saw a dump, you know, it was one of the options I was looking at, right? If you come on over to the Discord here, there's me. Is the dump over? Let's go. There's me. If you come over to the Discord here, I did not be able to get in on that entry that I wanted, right? This was I was posting on the Discord. These are the two options I was looking at before the dump yesterday. I was either waiting for a pump up to 24K and looking for some type of short, or I was looking for Bitcoin to come back down, make some lower low, right? And even come back down and bounce up this golden pocket and then start to come back up. But I was streaming, so it is what it is. Now I'm kind of sitting here waiting for an entry that I might not get. So let's see what we got. Right now, Bitcoin at 22,354. You've kind of you came back up a little bit. You kind of just been going sideways here for the whole morning / night, wherever you are in the world. Where are you guys in the world, by the way? I know some of you guys, most people are from US, a lot of Europeans. And a lot of people from the Netherlands have always said that. It's like US, UK, and the Netherlands seem to be the three most popular, at least watchers of my channel. It probably differs based on the person who's streaming or making a video. But for me, man, you know, I didn't get that entry last night because I was streaming, man. We were so focused on the damn dump and we forgot our entry. But yeah, from the swing low to swing high, you know, I'm waiting, I'm waiting for my entry, right? I don't like to FOMO into any type of entry. If Bitcoin does come down to like 22,150, if it comes down to 22,081, I'm going to take a little long from BTC if it comes back down to one of these retracement levels. But I ain't going to FOMO right here, right? So I'm kind of just patiently waiting here in the short term. Maybe the market bounces without me and it leaves me in the dust. You know, hey, it is what it is. That's sometimes the the thing with the markets, man. You could be sleeping when you get your entry, right? You could be damn sleeping if you want the damn entry. Anyways, let's see. Crypto Savvy saying 4K Bitcoin is on the table. Nothing's impossible, man. I've always said this. If you ever say anything's impossible, then you know it's over. It's over. It's already over before you started. Joe K said 100x long 23,350. Should I close? You 100x long 23,350. So you're basically 100x long the high of this move. Should you close? I'm not gonna tell you what to do, man. You got yourself into that mess. You get yourself out of that mess. Long the lows, don't long the highs, my man. I'm assuming you're kidding, though. I'm assuming you're just kidding. I don't think anyone would 100x long the high. You know, where we got alts bounce better, to be honest. Yeah, true. Ethereum's actually looking pretty decent on the golden pocket, but we'll talk about it. Alts are gonna react how Bitcoin reacts. We all know this, but like this was the big level I was watching, right? This, Wes said Netherlands over here. Yeah, dude, Wes, you're from the Netherlands. Can you answer this for me? Why do so many people from the Netherlands are into crypto, right? It's a smaller country. You wouldn't think it would be number 3 on the list. Why are so many people from the Netherlands in crypto? Is there some type of reason for that? Like, I'd love to know, because it is kind of fascinating. From like the people that are in the amount of people that are in the country, the amount of people that watch, it's pretty fascinating. So, yeah, so Bitcoin's got this setup, guys. Like, you got to take it for what it is. I know when the market looks red, it's panic, it's doom and gloom, right? Everything looks really bad, right? It's sort of like it has to go lower, right? Look at that 4-hour candle, man. It has to go lower. That's usually the common narrative when the market dumps. Now, could it go lower? Absolutely. That's why you have setups for both directions, and you don't get too emotional for a pump or a dump. So. You know why? English-speaking country, that's why. Because the English, you're right. That might be why. You're so right. It's an English-speaking country, said Maya. So maybe that's the reason why. Would make some sense. But anyways, guys, you are back to this golden pocket zone. And this was really the zone I was looking for. And this is actually the exact setup I was looking for. Now it's a matter of it playing out, right? Sometimes it plays out, sometimes it doesn't. But you do have this bullish divergence here on the chart. You got lower lows. And you got higher lows on the 4-hour time frame. You're right inside the golden pocket. You're right on this upward sloping trend line coming like this. Who the hell is yelling outside, man? This guy's always yelling. He sounds like he's angry 24/7. But yeah, so you got a lot of confluence right here at this like 22K level, you know, right in this range. I know a lot of people took some longs. I saw all the longs. You know, a lot of people on Twitter taking longs. A lot of people I saw last night. Some of you guys took some longs from this 22-ish K level here, which was a really good level, man. That was a really good level. I was just so fascinated by the dump last night, you know, that now I'm stuck waiting for the retracement, and if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. You know, but this is a pretty big level that we have to keep an eye on, guys, for a potential, you know, for a potential, you know, bounce back up. I've said this, man. Imagine the smell if you get the Bart Simpson today. You know, I don't know if it's gonna happen, right? It might not. But imagine the smell of the sideways and then the Bart Simpson back up to the upside. Man, that would be smelly. That would smell like a literally old fish. Really old fish, man. You know, Bart Simpsons, man, you know, they don't smell very good. They don't smell very good, guys. The daily time frame, still holding that 50-day EMA right there. You're sitting on top of that 50-day EMA. You really want to close above that, in my opinion. And if you look at where you're at here, this is also the 200-day EMA. which is sitting at 21,745, which I would love to hold as support because, typically, we've done this before, guys, and I want to show you guys this. Okay, remember the pre-Luna dump, the pre-Luna dumpage, right up here. Wes said because crypto is everywhere here, it's huge hype. Oh, seriously? That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. Let's see. Funding is pretty negative though. People are still taking shorts. Oh, facts. Absolute facts. I wouldn't be surprised, man. I mean, the market dumps. People tend to go the way of the market, But, BTC, you are back over the 200-day EMA, right? And, I will say this. I do want to hold above this because the last time we got back above, right? So the whole bear market, we were below, right? But there's been 2 times in this bear market where we've reclaimed this, okay? And if you notice, we kind of did similar things, right? So up here, so this yellow line is the 200-day EMA. You see this? We basically did a M pattern right on top of this 200-day EMA back here in March before we obviously had a big dumper route to the downside right here. We actually did it again right here back in December of 2021. We actually did the same thing. We got back above. We held it as support initially. We got another bounce to the highs, and then we dumped down. So, I think, what we want to see here is holding above this. We don't want to make this like M formation and break this. And that goes to say, as far as the daily time frame, we want to continue to hold these higher lows. And that's why this 21,330 level is so damn important for me. Because I'll continue to say this. If we break 22,300, I think there's a good chance that we do see that bear case scenario where we do see that like 19K-ish level if we break 21.3. But I'll continue to say this, guys, like, and until we break a new low, right? I'm seeing the bears going off on Twitter, man. The bears are telling I told you so, right? And it's okay. It's okay, right? But I will say this to the bears. If we're the whole way up saying it's gonna crash, 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 it's gonna crash. It's gonna crash, 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 it's gonna crash. And then it takes a little dump. All right, did you really tell so? Did you really tell so? Right? That's always my favorite, man. We say it's gonna crash the whole way up. You get a dump, and then it's like, I told you so. It's like, did you really? Did you really? I'm seeing that all over Twitter today. It's funny. It's funny. But yeah, I mean, right now, guys, we're trying to hold this higher low structure. We got to hold this bad boy. And I think a lot of it's going to come down to today is will the S&P, all right, hold this bad boy right here, right? The 200-day moving average sitting right here at the golden pocket, at the all-time high retest. We tried to break it yesterday. We got a wick back to the upside. If the S&P does continue this bounce, you got to think Bitcoin holds up, right? So, man, it'll be interesting to see what happens here for the S&P today. But this is really the level we want to see hold, and the level we want to reclaim on the S&P is the 50-week moving averages. So we did dump below last week, right? And typically you don't do that, so it's interesting. Typically you don't break back below the 50 moving average after getting back above throughout S&P's history. You did break below. And now you're sitting right below it, and that's spanning up to like 4,014 all the way up to 4,032. We want to get back above that and reclaim, man. We definitely want to get back above that and start closing some at least daily candles back above that, man. Because I don't want to stay down here for too long, right? We can stay down here for a little bit. It's kind of cozy right here. So it's a cozy, nice little pocket, but I don't want to stay below here too long. Same thing. We want to reclaim this on the S&P. If we come back up and we find resistance on this again and we start to curl back over, man, that's going to look a little dirty. It's going to look a little dirty here. So far, futures are up, though. Futures are up 0.33% on the S&P, and the DXY is down 0.3% after hours. As the DXY looks a little... looks a little droopy. It's kind of the same as Bitcoin, right? It's got this higher low structure, but it kind of looks a little droopy. So, man, let's see what happens today, man. There's a lot of FUD going on right now, a lot of fear. The fear is back for sure. You got the Mt. Gox fear, you got the Silvergate fear, you got a lot of fear that is back in the freaking market, bro. Who's feeling the fear? Who's feeling the fear today, bro? I'm feeling the fear. I want more fear, honestly. Like, I've said this, guys. Like, if the bears are going to dump it, man, This is the best you got? A higher low? Shit. And you know, you could get a retrace before you dump lower still, but like, this is all you got here? Can you give me a little bit more? Like, what you got for me is a 4% dump on a closes basis? Like, come, give me something better than that, man. Shit. Like, I want to buy some cheap altcoins, you know? So like, if we're gonna see that pullback, dude, give me some of these prices down here. Shit. If this is all you got and Bitcoin starts bouncing back up again, then like, dude, come on, bro. You're just wasting time at this point. No, we'll see. We'll see. Short-term time frames, guys. I am waiting for a retracement for any type of long, though, right? So, you know, obviously we got that bounce off 21.8. So I basically just took the swing low to the swing high. You know, I'm waiting preferably for the golden pocket here at like 22,082 for some type of long position here. But we kind of wait. This Bitcoin kind of just chops sideways like it typically does on stream. I said that last night, and we got some movement, so I'm hoping I can do the double curse again. And I complain that Bitcoin's not moving, and then it starts moving for me. Let's see. Are you not entertained? I am not entertained. This is a dump for ants so far. Dump for ants. A dump for freaking ants, bro. Let's go back to the weekly time frame. We are approaching a big level in the weekly time frame, right? These weekly highs are going to be pretty big. So these weekly highs, which are coming in, you know, a couple different levels, but really like 21,800. That is a pretty big freaking level here, right? These are our weekly swing highs, where we got one weekly swing high, we got 2, and we got 3. So this level right here is pretty damn big as Bitcoin slowly kind of approaches this level, right? So it's sort of that same thought process, man. I mean, we got the bull market support band right here too. So this right here, and you can see everything's kind of coiling up right here to this level right here at the lows, right? We want to hold that on some type of wick. Like if Bitcoin's going to wick down here, right? We want to hold that on some type of wick, right? All the way down to 19.6 in theory. We definitely want to hold that on some type of wick. Let's go back to BTC. All right, here it is. Here it is. I asked for it, baby. I asked for it, and I get it. Let's go, baby. I am the curse of this market right now. We got 487 peeps in here. We got 88 likes, guys. Let's smack up those likes. What's everyone salty today? Come on, guys. Let's go. It's all right. It's all right. It's all good, man. Everyone thinks crypto is fun. You know how much pain and patience crypto takes? It's a lot. It's not all rainbows and sunshines where you jump in and everything's good. Shit. Come on, guys. Let's get it. Let's get it. We got almost 500 peeps in here. Let's get a little hype. I asked for the dump and I got it, bro. Let's go, baby. I asked and I received. All right, hold on. Let's get, I think we need a little bit of this song right now. We need a little dollar dump song for today, guys. Hold on. Let me get this rolling here. We need a little dollar dump song today, fellas. We bounced right off the 0.5 fib. There it is, baby. I asked for and I received. Right off the 0.5 fib, baby. Woo! Woo! Will it come lower? Let's see. You can zoom in a little bit. But yeah, so far, just a nice little bounce off the 0.5 fib. Will it dump lower? We got the golden pocket at 22.80. Market dump before open equals pump? Typically, yes. Typically, yes. This would be awesome if you could make some W pattern here, right? Before the market open, and then you sort of get that W pattern into the market open. That'd be nice. That'd be really, really nice. Dale said it's not really a dump, it's just a bearish mongoose pattern. Let's go, baby. Happy Friday, Sid Bath. Let's go, man. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Look at that bounce off the 0.5, bro. Woo! Woo! Look at that, baby. Let's go, baby. Look at that. Bounce right back to a green candle. Take out some of these longs that longed over here. Boom, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Look at that dump, bro. Look at that big ass dump. What's ETH doing? What's ETH up to over here on the charts, bro? Let's see. ETH probably got a nice little dumperoo on that too. Yeah, look at ETH on the hourly, bro. You basically came back down and tapped that point 0.6 fib almost to the exact dollar there. Let me look at the point 15. Oh, yeah, dude, that 15 minute. That 15 minute looked pretty juicy there, bro. You basically came back down, tapped that 0.65, and now you're going to get a bullish engulfing on the 15 minute. If you can close the way it is. Look at that, man. That's nice. That's beautiful. Beautiful. Congrats if you caught that once again. Stream it as it dumps. Every time, man. Every time. You got to love it. You got to love it. But yeah, so ETH, same kind of deal. Let's see if ETH can get a bounce back up. I mean, really, I sort of say, like, imagine the smell on a Bart Simpson today. It would be super stinky. Super stinky Bart Simpson today, man. Holy shit. Franklin said, ugh. Ugh, man. He said, ugh. Ugh. What's the S&P doing? S&P up 0.4% on the morning, and the DXY is getting a dump, 0.33% down. DXY is looking a little droopy here, in my opinion. We still cannot breach this golden pocket, guys. Like, the DXY's tried to come up here 3 times now, right? And it's actually starting to make some lower highs as it approaches this level, right? This is a pretty big swing high. So, obviously, you were making higher high. You got a dump. You came back up. Now you made a lower high, right? So if the DXY starts coming back down and you sort of make a new low now, then all of a sudden, like, you kind of got this uptrend that we did break already, right? So you had this uptrend on the DXY, like this, right? You did break that. If you actually look at what you did yesterday, the DXY actually, if you look, like, there was this clear uptrend, right? You topped off it once, you tapped off it twice, you tapped off it 3 times, you dumped through. What'd you do yesterday? You came up, you back tested that as resistance. So you kind of broke this 4-hour trend on the DXY. Doesn't mean it, like, it's not like this guaranteed thing that has to dump, but you did break that 4-hour trend and you found a little resistance there on the back test. So will we see the DXY start to come back down? It could be a little juicy, man. And you know, that'd be super nice. And same thing on ES, right? ES bounce off the 200-day moving average. Do not short the 200-day moving average, bro. Dude, you know how many people that I saw, like the amount of shorts that opened right here, bro, at the 200-day moving average. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing, my friend? What are you doing, bro? But yeah, we'll see if we can get any momentum back up. Bitcoin kind of just chilling here before the open. Let's see. When do you see price action like this? The 5-minute chart was hilarious. The 5-minute chart. Let me check the 5-minute chart. Yeah, that 5-minute chart, man. Look at that. Look at that dump. Look at that dump on the 5-minute chart. That's pretty insane, bro. That's pretty damn insane. All right. What else can we take a look at, guys? It really comes down to this daily time frame, Brandon. I know we dumped yesterday, and I know the sentiment is going to be uber bearish now. You can feel it, right? You can feel it whenever you go on any platform. Like you can feel the bearish sentiment really there, right? It's really sticky. It's the sticky bearish sentiment that's not going to go away. It's going to be that annoying bearish sentiment. Now, until Bitcoin starts to make at least a higher high, it's going to be there. But you know, it's the same thought process, guys. I'm going to keep saying it. Like, until you break this low, you know, you guys know psychology, right? Market moves down, we get bearish. Market moves up, we get bullish. Right? It's kind of that same revolving door of it's so over, we're back, we're so back. Yesterday, it's so over. I said this yesterday. Would I be surprised today if we get back to we're back territory, right? If Bitcoin, you know, decides to do something like this, you know, where it comes back up, comes back up to 22,784, which will be a big resistance on the way back up. Would I be surprised if Bitcoin starts to move back up? We're back, right? We're so back, right? And then maybe Bitcoin breaks that level, right? 22,764 is a big level, guys. If we get back above that, and then it'll probably be we're so back, you know, and then maybe we get a little pullback, and then it's over. Man, it's same shit. And I will say this, guys. I don't counter trade CZ, and CZ has been given a lot of. You're getting a lot of flack on CZ right now, but CZ came out, okay, out the woodwork. I gotta get some epic music for this shit, right? CZ came out, okay? And he's spitting facts right now. CZ is salty. Would I be surprised if he pumps it up again? No. CZ came out today and said, some people are often jealous of the others who bought the last dip. Don't be that guy tomorrow. Not financial advice. Not calling dips or tops. Just saying in general. And how many times have we said, when CZ tweets something with not financial advice, you ain't counter trading this guy. Good luck. You know how much crypto this guy has? I don't know, man. CZ coming out and slaying it. Don't be that guy tomorrow. Not financial advice. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Do we counter trade CZ or we not counter trade CZ? What do we do? What do we do? He's been spitting facts, though. He's spitting facts. All right. Anyways. And then you got this guy, Prophet Blue, who's like the perma bear of Twitter. Right here. He's been calling crash since 15K. And now he's like, I told you so all over Twitter. But, yeah, let's see. CZ the Shrimp. Oh, you guys couldn't hear the music. Shit. My bad. You guys couldn't hear the music. You guys couldn't hear the epic music, bro. Don't counter trade CZ, man. All right. Anyways, guys. Anyways. Let's look at... What should we look at here? Let's look at total. So total... This is... Let me go to actually total market cap. Not total 3. Total market cap. What do we got cooking here? Same thing. I mean, same. You're sitting right on top of that 50-day EMA, man. You're sitting right on top of that bad boy. Just chilling on there. Bitcoin, you know, total market cap. You know, you got the S&P sitting at major support. You know, like, this is the level we want to hold on a close, man. And we are sitting right on top of that. It's just kind of that interesting thing where, you know, you still kind of got this higher low structure coming in on the chart, right? The question is, will it continue to play out? I see some people on Twitter like calling out it's like a rising, broadening wedge, something like this, right? Now, am I a big fan of patterns? No, I'm not. But I see a lot of people pointing that out. Just want to point that out. But man, total market cap sitting right here. It's kind of the same thing as Bitcoin. Like, you got the daily stocks coming down, getting close to the lows. You got the 2-day already at the lows. 3-day still coming down pretty hot here. So it's like some of these medium-term time frames, as the market sort of continues to kind of chop here, is resetting nicely, right? This is a nice reset. Really, really nice reset, if I have to say so myself. So it's kind of the same standpoint, right? If we just keep making, right? If we just keep making the same, you know, bullish market structure, which I know it's not, you zoom in on the hourly, it's not bullish market structure, but let's zoom out a little bit, right? You still got, right, your continuous higher high, higher low structure still being, like, nothing's really changed, you know, especially since the middle of January. For the last 2 months, it's just been higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, right? It's really all it's been. So, once again, it's easy to get bearish at the low, bullish at the high, right? It's not the most popular opinion. All right, Bitcoin, 22,406. We are seeing a slight move up on the corn. Where should we be worried about right now? Where should we be worried about? Let's do, on a big pump, let's do the highs to the lows. Right? And these are the fib levels we should be watching. See, 22,700 is a big level to me. 22,700, and that's the midway point of from this high to this low. That's your 0.5 Fibonacci, and we know 22,700 is basically all these lows, right? So these lows, all these previous lows that you don't want to flip into resistance now on the way back up. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to flip that into resistance here. Let's see. The bottom through the bottoms of that now, through to the bottom of this run. Taking Care of Business say, is there a trend line there from the bottom through the channel? The bottom through the channel. Let me check Taking Care of Business. So a trend line. What trend line are we talking here? What trend line? Oh, we're taking from this low, basically up. Are we talking like this? Or are we talking from like this? Like from the low of the low? I don't know. Taking care of business. Give me a little bit more info, man. Right? I mean, I guess you want to take something like this in the break of the low. You could say that the daily broke market structure here. And that's why it's going to be very important to see how the market reacts if you do see this little bounce. Because typically on a big dump like this, you are going to at least see a little bit of a bounce, right? Everyone thinks it's just going to go straight down. I always say this, like when you see these massive dumps, expect a retrace before the dump, right? And same thing on the pumps. Like if you get a pump, expect a retrace before another pump. So right here, 22,398. I'd be watching 22.7 like a damn hawk if the market wants to come back up here. Look at this 50 minutes, super indecisive. What's ES doing? ES getting a nice move up before the open. Up 0.5% before the open here, man. DXY still kind of chilling, really not getting a dump or a pump, just kind of chilling out here the last few hours. But man, let's go. Yeah, like that, not that one. It's going straight back up to 23K. I wouldn't be surprised, bro. That's crypto for you, right? That's crypto for you. And I'm seeing the bears getting super euphoric on Twitter, man. Like super euphoric. I'm seeing all the I told you so's and before you even make a new low. And I'll say this, like, okay, if you make a new low and you were bearish from the highs, cool, man, cool. And you weren't one of the people that's calling for a crash the whole way up. Okay, you could say I told you so. But yeah, let's make a new low first, right? I think, you know, for the bulls, I don't think there's really any reason to get super euphoric until you break 25K now, right? And for the bears, I don't think there's a reason to get super euphoric until you at least break this previous low at 21.3, right? And right now you're kind of just right in between those, you know? So I don't think there's really any reason for euphorism on either side. It's kind of just a chop suey market, really, right? So if Bitcoin, okay, comes up, comes down, comes up, comes down. If it starts to come up like this again, right? I don't think there's really any reason to get euphoric if you're a bull. Maybe if you break like 24.2, right? Maybe if you break like 24K region, you can get a little euphoric. But really, I wouldn't get super euphoric until you really crack that 25.2 level, man. You know, right now we're kind of just in chop suey land. Let's see. Cody said, "Yeah, I told you to short." Oh man. Kennedy said, "I'm with CZ. DCA $5, $10, $20 or whatever you can." I mean, if you believe 2023 is the year of accumulation, like I do, then I agree, man. I agree. It's the continuation of the trend line you have there now. Oh, this one. Let me zoom it out. So, like this. This trend line where we go like this. Bach. Oh, yeah. This trend line. It was basically the pre-FTX dump trend line. Right? It's actually pretty interesting. We actually looked at this a long time ago. I just took it off the chart, but yeah, this trend line like this, which was basically holding as support pre-FTX, right? This was like support. You got the pump up on FTX before the FTX. FTX dumped you below. You deviated. You came back up. You got one bounce. You got two bounces, and you got three bounces so far. That's definitely an interesting trend line right there. That's super interesting. And you could say that this was just one big deviation, which I think it was, right? I've always said I think this was the actual low, right? And then this was like the really panic scare deviation, almost spring to the upside that crypto got. And this was probably what the crypto needed to get that momentum really to the upside after kind of stalling out here for like 6 months. You guys remember June to like October of 2022 or November of 2022. Super boring time. That's a sexy trend. It's a sexy ass trend. That's sexy ass trend, bro. Who we got in here? Like if you could predict that one person sold 50K BTC. That's what I said yesterday, man. Listen, everyone's got predictions. Everyone's right sometimes. Everyone's wrong sometimes, right? It is what it is, and that's why, like, you know, if you're someone who actually trades the market, right, you know that you're not right 100% of the time. To me, it's only the people that think someone's right 100% of the time is someone who doesn't actually trade. You know what I mean? No one's right all the time, right? Bears, bulls, you're always wrong. You know, some of the most successful traders, man, they lose more than half of their trades. It's just that their wins are bigger than their losses. I've always said that. All right, here we go. 22,428. Bic, look at that bounce off the 0.5 fib, man. You can't make that shit up. Almost to the exact freaking cent. I think you missed it by like $3 there on the 0.5. You got a little front run, a little bit, but man, little front run. And now Bitcoin's booming back to the upside. Absolutely booming back up to the upside here. Let's freaking go, baby. ETH getting a big move up too. Might be a little ETH long. Haha. Let's go, baby. I might be a little ETH long here. But yeah, so ETH. Look at ETH, man. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Right off the golden pocket. You're trying to break back above that 50 EMA in the 15-minute, which is a good sign. ETH has got some big 15-minute vectors up here to take, right? And same thing for ETH. Like, even if ETH comes up, be careful of the bearish retest, right? So as ETH comes up, let's do a fib. So we already got rejected from this fib. I'm going to get rid of this one, but this is key resistance if we do come back up, is 1677. But if we take this low, or this high to this low, right? So we're looking at 1626. So be careful of the bearish retest, because that's also the 50 EMA on the 4-hour. So if ETH get Bart Simpson's back up today, let's see ETH Bart Simpson's back up to the upside, right? And comes up. Watch right here at 1626. Watch that like a hawk, right? Be out there, be your binoculars, looking out for that 1626 level, man, because that might act as some resistance. That could just be a bearish retest. We come up and then we come back down again. So watch that like a damn hawk if you're out there looking at the charts today. Let's see Bitcoin. Bitcoin made a slight higher high and is now getting a little rejection here. Let's see if that's the end of the move. I don't know if you got any bearish div. No, you don't. You don't have any bearish div. So let's see. You find a little resistance there. A little resistance there. It's a bounce exactly off the yearly VWAP too. Oh, dude, ETH was another one. It bounced right off the golden pocket and just previous support, right? If we keep it simple, previous support, previous support, previous support, flip it into resistance on the 618. It's beautiful, man. Beautiful. I mean, this was just such a clean level right here, and you wicked basically, and kind of took out the underside of this liquidity. I mean, that was just a beautiful dip for ETH. We'll see if it continues. Bitcoin getting a dump, so we pumped up for Bitcoin. Now we're getting a little bit of a pullback. How's the markets looking? ES still coming up, DXY still coming down. So let's see what Bitcoin does here. Let's see what Bitcoin does here, man. I'm pumped for today. Who's pumped for today, man? Let me know in the chat if you're pumped up for some crypto today. I am super pumped up. If there's any alts you want me to take a look at, guys, we'll take a look at. A lot of alts came down to key levels yesterday. Super key levels, which is really cool. And let me know if there's any alts you picked up last night. Let me know, man. Let me know for this. If we do see a little bounce here, let me know if there is any alts that you scooped up and you're pumped up for, man. DYDX took a massive dump yesterday. It dumped like almost 15% yesterday. I picked up a little bit. Still have lower targets. If they don't get there, they don't get there. You know what I'm saying? If they don't get there, they don't get there. But let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see what we got. Let's get a little. Let's get a little. Should we get a little pump this morning, man? I'm feeling some smoothness today. Hey, who's feeling smooth, baby? I'm feeling smooth. Look at ES. There was any news today? Let me see. Let's see. It's March 3rd. So you got PMI final. That's at 9:45. But that's already came out. I don't know. Is it services? This is manufacturing PMI. And this is services PMI. So you get that at 9:45, which is in 45 minutes. ISM, you got a few Fed speakers speaking today. Not too anything crazy, but you got PMI there coming up. It's actually a really nice jam. Thanks, John. Appreciate that, man. Hey, I'm feeling smooth today, baby. I'm feeling good. I don't know about you guys, man. I know last night was kind of a big little dump. That was the biggest 4-hour candle that Bitcoin's had since November. That was a pretty big candle, man. That probably shook a lot of people out on that dumperoo. That probably shook a lot of people out. And where did most people get shaken out? The golden pocket, baby. And at support. Boom, boom, boom. Come on, BK. Come on, Eth. We want a little more. This ain't it for us. We want a little bit more action. He said, "Baby making music," said Sergio. Shout out to Sergio, man. Let's see. Denise said, "Oof, I think we're pumpy. I picked up ADA. Nice. ADA did break. Let me go look at ADA real quick because I heard some chatter on ADA this morning. Let me see ADA. Because ADA did actually break. Out of all the altcoins, it actually did break this M formation low. And it wicked all the way down. Took out all the liquidity from the lows. Let me actually see if that was a 0.5 retracement. Let's see. Yeah, so you got nice little 0.5 retracement there on ADA. My zone was the golden pocket. You came, freaking, 1 cent away from the golden pocket here. Which is actually a big amount for ADA. But, man, ADA with a big wick down, came back up, getting bought up pretty fast. But, the way I'm looking at ADA, man, is if you can hold this 0.5 range right here, let me actually just make a line here. If you can hold this level right here at the 0.5 fib. So you basically had previous support here, 0.5 fib previous support. If ADA can start to come back up from this region, if Bitcoin can hold here, okay, now we're obviously doing a little bit of dubious speculation here, but if ADA can hold the lows here, maybe we get something like this, right? Where you got left shoulder, right? You got head and you got right shoulder. That pushes you back up to the upside. That's if this is the Bitcoin low, or even if the Bitcoin goes slightly lower, this would be a key level to hold. If we dump back down, obviously 30 cents. Right? 30 cents even is a pretty big level too. That's the golden pocket. But if we don't get there, we don't get there, man. I mean, 30 cent ADA, the low is 24 cents. I mean, I'll continue to say 2023 is the year of accumulation. You can even argue since June of 2022, this range right here, in the grand scheme of things, right? My favorite saying, when you really zoom out, right, in the grand scheme of things, as you start to round back out, is sort of that these levels to be taken a look at. So, ADA with a nice bounce so far. Let's see if it can continue, but not too bad. Let's see BTC. BT Sizzle holding that 22,400. If you buy spot, you'll never get shaken out. Not true, Wade, because if you buy spot, you could get scared on a dump and then panic sell, so that you actually can get taken out. All right. Now, technically speaking, if you don't touch it, you can't get taken out. But if you're leverage trading, a lot of people got taken out yesterday. A lot of peeps got absolutely wiped out on that move to the downside. Absolutely plastered. They got plastered on that move to the downside. But yeah, if you're holding spot and you didn't get rattled out, you didn't get rattled out, at least yet. Is it over? We'll see, right? We have our levels, right? You got to be okay with either direction, man. I'll keep saying kind of the same thing as you can kind of guess where Bitcoin's going to go here, okay? But does anyone really know? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Especially now that you came off these highs at 25K. We were saying it looks kind of sketchy, right? It's a good time to take some profits if you haven't already. Now, as Bitcoin has come down, from that point. Bitcoin's come down about 13% from that point, back to a pretty big trend line, on the daily time frame, where it's gotten bounce after bounce after bounce after bounce after bounce after bounce, right? You're at that 50-day EMA. Now it's a little bit more unclear, right? Even if you were bearish up here and you freaking nailed it, right? You freaking nailed it, bro. You nailed it, man.
Strap up. We're going to the moon.
You nailed it, man. Now you're kind of at that point where it's okay, what happens next from here? Does Bitcoin see a little bounce back up to the highs, or does it break through here and it comes all the way back down to 19K? That's the big thing. Now I'm in altcoin dip watch mode, right? For all the alts I'm looking at. Now I'm in that watch mode as Bitcoin starts to come back down. But this is where history's made, man. The history ain't made to the upside. The history is made to the downside. history is definitely made to the downside. So as Bitcoin comes back down, right? For all the people that were super salty as the market moved from 15 to 25, remember how that felt when so as Bitcoin comes back down, if it does to these regions, remember how that felt, right? And imagine it comes back down to 19K again and bounces. And you were scared again at the low, and it comes back up again and even harder this next time. You know? Just saying. All right. Let's see. Making a steak with 2 eggs. A steak with 2 eggs. Steak with 2 eggs, bro. Oh, a little off comment thing here, guys. I was looking at Trueflation. I haven't looked at this in a while. This thing actually just randomly fell off a cliff this week. So it was kind of stalling out, right? In the monthly, it was kind of stalling out. It was only down like 0.2%. I went into the last week, right? And look what this did in the last week, man. This thing dumped from like from the end of February, it was at 5.2%, and it dumped all the way to 4.9 in like 1 week on Trueflation. If you look at food, man. So I don't know. I always like to look at this to try to like project further a little bit, but look at food, bro. This shit's falling off a cliff, man. Look at this on Trueflation, guys. Last week, this was at the end of February. This was sitting at 5.59% inflation on food, right? Now, actually, you guys can't see it. Let me just move this real quick. Oh shit, you guys can't see it, man. Oh, there we go. All I had to do was move down the screen. But now, if you look at this, man. It dumped from 5.5%, and this dumped down to 3.7%. I don't know why, but this shit just took a crater. And we know food is one of the main things they look at. So, you know, this is food and non-alcoholic beverages. Went all the way down to 3.76% on this bad boy. I don't know what happened in that week. Maybe it's just a new month, new thing here. But shit, you got a big drop on that, man. Which is cool. I always like to look at this stuff. It's interesting to look at. Housing's coming up, which is interesting. Housing's actually coming up, but food's going down. Let's see. They just went and backdated the inflation numbers with new data and a new equation they are using to calculate it. Oh, true, man. It's like the CPI was doing really well up until they changed the formula. When January, and ever since then it's been bad. You can't make this shit up, man. They use that shit to control the markets, man. They use that shit, right? To scare everyone and control the markets. I swear. Why would they change it after so long? You know, like exactly from that point. Doesn't make any sense. Bathwater, what's going on? I said, sup, y'all. Happy Friday. Let's freaking go, baby. Happy Friday. I'm pumped today. I'm pumped today, bro. Today's gonna be a good day. I feel it. I feel today's going to be a good day. We got PMI coming up at 9:45, so I don't know if that gives a little volatility. S&P futures are absolutely going nuts right now to the upside. Up almost 0.65% off the 200-day moving average. Who's short of the 200-day moving average on the S&P? A lot of people. You would think that.
Warning shots.
Who would short the 200-day moving average on the S&P? Every day it blows my mind when I see this type of stuff. Okay, but like, yeah, you got a nice bounce on that. Who would long DXY at Golden Pocket after a bearish retest of this trend line? Maybe now you can start looking at shorts and longs at those points. But like, come on, man. So for the S&P, like the big level we want to get back above on this bad boy is the 50-week moving averages. So today's Friday, man. We want to get it closed back above the 50-week moving averages, man. I really want to see that today. So if the S&P, let me go to the weekly time frame here real quick. So we did fall below, and now you can see that we're finding a little bit of resistance on this bad boy on the weekly. If there's any way the S&P can come back up here and close above this by the end of the week, I think that would be really, really bullish. Really, really bullish. If we close below, a little bit more uncertain, right? And slightly bearish there, honestly. But if we can get back above this by the end of the day, that'd be super, super cool. On the daily, it kind of looks like this. So it actually wouldn't take that much, right? Because you're sitting right here. You just have to get back above this level here, right? So you're looking at maybe another 0.56% on the S&P. That's what I'm going to be watching, like a freaking hawk here. Is the S&P can reclaim that, or is it going to find another rejection and start to slide back down that slide? 22,397. Let's go. Fridays are always good, man. Fridays are always good. What do they say? Fridays take profit day, right? I always hear this on other channels. Fridays take profit day. What has the market done all week? Came down. So if today is take profit day, wouldn't that mean that the whales will now take profits on their shorts, right? And in theory, market moves back up at that point. In theory, right? We shall see. If you want to look at it from a psychological point of view, there you go too, right? And what's the other saying? Fast move is the false move. We got the fast move last night. Fast move is the false move. Friday take profit day. Hey, man. We'll see. Let me see. Ada, pumpkin Ada. There's just so many altcoins here, man. Like I said, DYDX came in and back tested this high almost to the exact T. 50-day moving average back tested that to exact T. Got a nice bounce. What else can we look at? What's some other popular ones? Shit. There's just so many altcoins now, man. It's just like, back in the day, I remember like in 2019, there wasn't as much. So you kind of looked at the same ones and you kind of like got pumped over the same ones. Dude, now there's like 5,000 alts. I got my watch list and it like, you don't even know which ones to look at nowadays, bro. Let's look at some popular ones here. Dot. Let's see, Dot. So a lot of these altcoins swept the lows. So if you notice, a lot of these altcoins had support coming in like right here. And if you notice, a lot of them had that wick that goes down and takes out all the stops below these levels. So like, look at this. This was huge support on Dot, right? Dot, one support, two supports. And you can use this on any altcoin. They'll probably all have similar charts. But like low, support all the way across here. Market dumps because you have bearish divergence, right? Higher highs, lower highs. Market dumps. You basically come back down. You take out all the stops of all the people who are long anywhere from above this point. You wick below. Come all the way back up. Close back above that level. Right? If you get a daily close back up here, that is, swing failure pattern, whatever you want to call it. Swing failure pattern, deviation, whatever you want to call it, which is the wick below support, close back above. And you'll see that on many different charts. You'll see that on Dot. You'll see that on, let me actually see if Dot got the 618 retracement too. Looks like it should be right around that area. Actually, yeah, slightly above. But, you'll see that on Dots. If you look at, say, Matic. Yeah, Matic, depending on where you close today. You broke this previous support. You wick below. Let's get a close back above. I'd like to close back above the 50-day moving average. And that would probably mean Bitcoin would have to have a little bit of a pump today for Matic to do that. ADA, we already talked about ADA, but ADA had the same thing, right? You broke that low. ADA looks a little bit more iffy, right? it has for a while, but ADA looks a little bit more iffy on that. Sol just basically came down. Like, Sol's just going sideways for, like, forever here. Sol just going up, down, up, down, up, down. Right back to support on Sol. Really not doing too much. Rise, sideways, So you're really just waiting for some type of action. For Sol, like, it would make sense if they just sweep these lows real quick and then come back up. I don't know if you'll get it, but yeah, Sol, you basically took the wick, took the liquidity on looking left, right? This vector candle right here, this wick, you came down, took both of those, and you bounced right off support, man. Support always works, man. You'll at least get at least a little reaction off support. Might just be a scalp, might not be like this long-term hold that you buy here, it's the low and you come up. Could just be a little scalp. Bitcoin right now, 22,703. So you made a big wick here in the 15-minute time frame. Do they come back down now again and take out this wick? Let's see. So you bounce off the 0.5 to the downside. Now if we're looking for a retrace back to the downside, if we get it. Let me just add the 786 here so we have that. But yeah, now you're looking for a retrace back to the downside. Just chop suey and up and down, up and down, up and down. Nice little scalp range here, though, right? Nice little scalp range. Let me see. Market open in 6 minutes, man. I'm gonna stay for the market open and then probably bounce until tonight, man. But let's see what we got. Wes said, I saw the dump was a spot sell by one seller. Yeah. So basically, you know, you'll hear reasons for the dump, right? You're gonna hear, oh, this news happened. This is why it dumped. Guys, listen. The reason why it dumped wasn't because of any of this news. All right. It's like, I always love that stuff. It's like, oh, we're only dumping because I'm out Gox or this. Bro, there was one seller who sold 50,000 BTC, right? 50,000 BTC. And then obviously a bunch of longs got liquidated and it caused the market to dump, right? It wasn't because of this news or that news or this or that or cuckoo, shuku, wuku, wuku. It's because one person sold 50K BTC and then a bunch of longs got closed out because, you know, if someone sells 50K BTC, it's going to cause a dump. Then everyone who has stop losses or liquidation points are going to get taken out, which causes the price to go lower because they're forced to close those positions, right? So now we got to see, you know, like, was there a reason 50K BTC was closed? Obviously, that could be because of some type of news. But the dump itself, you got absolutely wrecked by a giant whale. You know what I mean? We got wrecked by a whale yesterday. It did seem like a whale wallet and it triggered liquidation. Oh, dude, yeah, a bunch of people got destroyed, man. Because you got to understand, like, this move up never got retested on the way down. So, like, anyone who longed on this move up probably thought they were safe right here. So, like, I'm going to put my stop here, right? So, all those people, right, you're probably going to dump to the low. And then once that got taken out, all those stop loss just got triggered, right? And then, obviously, you held there. But, yeah. If someone sells that much BTC, man, that's going to cause a dump. And then when all the people that got stop, causes forced selling. And you get absolutely destroyed. That sounds like Silvergate and selling their good alts. Selling their good alts, man. Hey, man, like I said, these companies that are dead weight, aka they don't know how to go through a bear market, right? I still don't get it, man. Some of these companies have billions of dollars in assets, and they don't plan for a bear market. It doesn't make any sense to me. Even though you see a bear market in crypto every 4 years, you think these companies would have just one TA guy that can tell them, hey, listen, crypto usually goes into a bear market every 4 years. If it does, are we planned for it? These companies, I'm thinking BlockFi and Celsius and FTX and Gemini, and I could go down the freaking list, bro. I can go down the list. Craziness. Mt. Gox, Silvergate, you can go down the list, man. You think they would plan for a bear market, but shit. I guess, Brian down the street could have told him that the bear market was coming at some point over these billion-dollar companies, but can't make the shit up, man. You can't make this shit up. That's why last night before dump, I said Silvergate, no. Oh, last night before the dump, Franco was calling Silvergate. Certainly could have been. Certainly could have been, man. All right, yeah, so now we're kind of just waiting on Bitcoin. We got the market open in 3 minutes. Let's see if we get any market action here. Like I said, stock futures are up. DXY is coming up a little bit here. Let me zoom in a little bit. Go like the 15-minute on DXY. So DXY is coming up a little bit before open. And the S&P is kind of just sitting, and Bitcoin is kind of just sitting at the same point it was earlier now. So let's see what we got. You got a little pre-market liquidation event here, right? They took out all the shorts, or took out all the longs, and took out all the shorts, and now they brought it back to the same price, right? So they just took out both sides, market reset, and now we sort of wait to see what the market wants to do today, man. I don't know. I'm looking at this, and I think, man, I'm looking at this price action, you know? And you could say, doesn't it look kind of Barty? And I don't know if it's going to happen, guys. Trust me. Doesn't it look kind of Barty? Like if this was the opposite, if we flip this like this, right? You know, you would look at this. This looks super Barty to me. This looks super Barty. If I flip this upside down, this actually looks super bearish price action, no? To me, this looks super bearish. Like, you came back up, you basically got a bunch of wicks up here, which showed a huge rejection, right? And then you came back down, tried to come back up again, got another massive rejection. And now, like, price is kind of just making lower lows, lower highs, you know? We'll see, man. If this was the opposite, I would say that this looks like super Barty, and this looks like it's coming back down like this, you know? And I could be wrong, right? I could be wrong. I like to flip it upside down just to kind of check my bias sometimes, because I am more of a biased bull sometimes. But yeah, it looks kind of Bart Simpson-y, man. It looks kind of Bart Simpson-y. I'm gonna put the smiley face on here, just to see if we get the little old Bart Simpson, man. I'm gonna put it right here for later. If we can come back, and Bart is sitting here like this with the upside down Bart Simpson, and we come back later tonight, and we do get that Bart Simpson, that would be epic. That would be epic. That would be so epic, bro. You know. So we'll leave the little Bart Simpson head there. If that was going down, I'd like it. Shit. Boop, 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 boop. Hamilton said, "Yo, people in the chat, did you leave a like yet? Yeah, if you haven't left a like, man, leave a like. Leave a like for the chat. Helps out the stream, and you know, it's nice to see. It's nice to see. You know, you don't have to. Like, if it was up to me, I wouldn't care if you left a like. Like, to be honest. But it's like, people come into the stream when you leave a like. That's the only reason I care about it. And to be honest, like, I think the whole like system in social media is so outdated by this point. You know what I mean? So outdated. You basically, like, you shouldn't... A social media system shouldn't be about, like, begging for likes. Because if you're begging for likes, that defeats the whole purpose. You know what I mean? People should like it if they want to. Not every streamer or every video person. Leave a like! Leave a like! Guys, smash it. Let's get the likes up to the watchers every 2 seconds. It defeats the whole purpose. You know, I've always said that. But there should be a better system. It should just be based off of, like, okay, who's watching you, right? How long are they watching you for, right? Are they engaging with your content as far as, like, in the chat? I think that's a better system. But hey, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? It's YouTube for you, man. You know, it's YouTube for you. All right. Let's see. All right. So we got market is opening right now. So let's see what we got. So you're going to gap up on the stock market, and the DXY is going to, well, I guess it's coming up a little bit. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. We do have, I guess, PMI at in 15 minutes, but I do believe this is just a revision. I don't. It's just like the actual. I do believe it's just a revision. I could be wrong on that though, because it says final. But I could be wrong. We'll see. We'll know if the market gets a reaction, right? Because to be honest, it's the news, but we don't know what the outcome of the news is, so does it really matter? Let's see, 22,386. Let's go, man. Let's go. Dan said dislike, and unsubscribe. True. Let's see. I just smashed the butt tone. Nice, Lieutenant Dan Dangle. He's in here. All right, we got market open. Let's see what Bitcoin can do here, guys. We've talked about charts up the wazoo. You guys know it. This is a place I am looking for a bounce. I know that's not the popular opinion, but it is what it is. This is the place I am looking for a bounce. It could just be a short-term bounce. If you do see that bounce, it's really this range between like 22,700 and 23K, which you got to keep an eye on. That could just be a lower high before you continue lower. Yeah, man, I like the bullish divergence on the 4-hour. You got lower lows. You got on price action. You got higher lows on momentum. You're right at the golden pocket, and you're right at the upward sloping trend line. So a lot of confluence right here for a bounce. I'd be dumb for shorting right here. Okay, this is a place to long. If it doesn't work out and you dump, well, I mean, it is what it is. You go to the next one. Trust your system. Whatever system you use, you got to trust it. Because what's a system if you don't trust your system? You know what I mean? As price moves up, okay, if you're bearish, I mean, there's multiple points you can look for some type of short, right? You can look for another golden pocket to the highs. So you could say, I'm going to short at 23,160. You could You could wait for, like, if you like trend lines, you could wait for a test like this trend line here. So if price comes up, you short this trend line here, right? It comes in right around the same price, actually, like 23,200 or so, interesting enough. So you could have some confluence there for a short if you wanted to short it, right? Look at that. Downward sloping trend line and the golden pocket both coming in right here at like 23,200, and that would be, sometime over the weekend if we did get back up there. So a lot of confluence right there, and sort of like a lot of previous highs coming in right there at that level too. So that's an interesting spot if you do see the rebound. If you don't, well, 23,300, man. That is such a big level here in the charts that we want to hold if we don't want to see a significantly lower, in my opinion. 4 hour about to print a green dot. It is. It is, Anderson. But after that little dump yesterday, I don't know if I trust that green dot. This time's a little bit different. Now you're at support versus yesterday you were at resistance, technically, right? So I guess it's a little bit different of a sort of way to look at the market, right? Let's see, 6 hour. The good thing is like that dump really reset a lot of shit. So now like the 8 hours curling up, 6 hours curling up, 4 hours curling up, and you should have most of the time frames. Yeah, 12 hour. You had the red dot yesterday, so you kind of got that one out of the way, and now you're gonna wait for that one to reset. But it's the daily time frame that's kind of just sitting here. The daily stocks and the daily momentum starting to come back up. That has me slightly optimistic because, it's easy. Like I said, it's easy to get bearish when the price is moving down. But when you start to get to support and you start to see a lot of your indicators that you use as confluence start to look like they could bounce back to the upside, gives you a little optimism. Gives you a little optimism here. Obviously, like if something horrible happens and you break 23,300, then we have to start rethinking. And then you might be revisiting the 618 here. But until that point, I'm going to continue to kind of just say the same thing I'm saying. I didn't think you were going to dump like you did yesterday. That was a massive dump, right? You were still below the 50 EMA, so it was always that chance. Like I said over here on Discord, I was looking for. This was one of my long options. I didn't think you were going to dump that fast, and that's why I didn't get into position because I wasn't ready for it. You know what I mean? Because I was streaming and. I didn't think you were going to dump that fast. That was a crazy dump last night, right? But that was one of the options I was looking for. A lower low with bullish divergence and a move back up, right? Other option was a move up to 24K for a short. You didn't get that one. You kind of just dumped right from here and just came back down like this. So that was one of the options I was looking for. But now we have to see the system play out. This was my plan. This was my plan in theory. So does the system play out? That is the question. ETH right now just chilling. Bitcoin just chilling so far in the market open. Stock futures are chilling. DXY kind of just chilling. Everything's kind of just chilling in the first 10 minutes here. So it's a little quiet. It's a little quiet. Do we like the quietness? I don't know. Do we like the quietness? The quietness is super... sometimes the quietness is a little bit frightening, you know what I'm saying? Let's see. Dan Dangle said no one was ready last night. I was literally about to short and missed the dump by 3 minutes. It happened quick, man. I think Bitcoin dumped like $1,300 in 30 minutes. It was quick. It was really quick. It was really quick. But also, like, who could have, yes, you were at resistance, but like you had a one whale that dumped 50K for BTC. Like, that's going to cause a quick reaction. It is what it is. You don't win them all, you know what I'm saying? And anyone, like I've always I said this earlier, like anyone who actually trades, no, you don't win every single one, And even if you have the right setup, you might not get the entry because you could be sleeping when it gets to that price. You could be eating some food when it gets to that price. You could leave the screen for 30 minutes. Price dumps or pumps to the level you want a long or short, and you miss the entry because you were doing something. Sometimes that's the way the cookie crumbles. Sometimes you can long if it looks bullish to you and you get stopped out, or you can short and it looks bearish to you and you get stopped out. That's the part of the saying. It's the part of the saying. That's for trading. As far as long term, man, obviously this is the point, man. I'm just excited for, and I keep saying this all throughout this range since June. I've said like this is the exciting times in crypto, man. These are the times you aren't going to forget, right? These are the times you aren't going to forget. It's not up here. You're going to forget about these times, man. It's whatever, right? Here is the time you're not going to forget. It's those choices you make in this range that are going to be the interesting choices. Whether it's, whatever your strategy is, whether it's you're taking profits at the highs to buy back stuff in lower, right? Whether it's I'm just going to accumulate everything in sight in this range and close my eyes. Whether it's, I'm bearish and I'm gonna sell here and I'm waiting for 14K, right? I think the decisions you make now at this time are going to be what's important. These decisions here, So I'm freaking pumped. I'm excited because I know I'm a believer in the trajectory of Bitcoin. Not as Bitcoin being as parabolic that it's been in the past. I do think Bitcoin's going to top out significantly lower than it has in the past, but the opportunity is still there, right? For other assets. You've already seen altcoins do 5x and Bitcoin's only at 20K, man. You know what I mean? Like the opportunity is still there to make money in crypto. You just gotta do it at the right times. You gotta get in when no one wants to, and you gotta get out when everyone wants to. That's my favorite saying. Get out when everyone wants to, get in when no one wants to. But yeah, so we're sitting down here, man. We're having patience, man. This is the tough time. This time it's still a little exciting because market's dumping. You don't know where it's going to bottom out. This time is really what gets most people, right? Because we've been going sideways. I mean, we're like, before you know it, we're going to be going sideways for a whole year, right? We've been going sideways since the week of June 6th. We haven't really done shit in reality. You know what I mean? June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. We're in this range. This is the boring range. That Bitcoin typically does after a year of down. That the boring range shakes out more people than the bullish range. You know what I mean? Because people think, it's never going to do anything again until it does. You know what I mean? But dude, I don't always show it, right? Because obviously short-term motion's going to get to you. You're going to be like, fuck, man, the market's dumping. I have to wait longer now. But, man, I'm freaking pumped, bro. Because I know there's multiple narratives coming up, right? Inflation's coming down, right? People say it won't, but it is. It is coming down, right? Food's down to 3.9% now, according to this. Inflation's coming down. China's economy is coming back. Bitcoin has a very strong correlation to China's economy. When China's economy does well, right, typically Bitcoin goes up, right? So you have that going on. You have the halving coming up in a year. All these things are kind of coming up at the same time, right? Crypto regulation should be coming in, right? Should in the next year. All these things are coming in, right, within the next 6 to 12 months, right? They're all coming in at that same point. And I'm freaking pumped. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Until that time, we just kind of chop around and we sort of play these ranges, man. That's all we can do. That's also why 80K is the BTC top. Yeah, my take is, my take is if we look at what happened in the past for BTC, right? So from the last high to the last low, let me pull these little numbers up. And I'll kind of explain my reasoning here. So from the last low to the last high in the last bear market, when Bitcoin went into a bull market, it came up to, I believe it came up to the 3618 fib. Okay, 3618 fib. Now, okay, and Bitcoin basically from its previous high to this high went up 262%. Right? And then from the previous high, obviously we know there's going to be less gains over time, right? Market cap's getting higher. It's not going to go up the same way. This time went up 1,500%. And I believe this time was like, let's see. Yeah, 40%. So you notice it's like, it goes up like usually 1/7 less than it did last time, right? Right around, or about, it goes up about 1/7 of the amount that it did last time. Right? So obviously this time Bitcoin from the lows to the highs went up 2,000%. If we were to do some speculation and say, okay, if Bitcoin went up 2,000%, it usually goes up 1/7 of what it did last time. I know that's not exciting, but it's the reality of the situation. If Bitcoin was to do, okay, let's say that's what? About 300%? We'll call it 300%. So if Bitcoin was to do 300% from the lows, it actually would only put Bitcoin at right about where it topped out last time. Right about at 62K. I think it'll go a little bit higher than that. I think it's going to come up to the 1618 fib of this move, which is, it says 92,000. I'm thinking more of like 70 to 90 is the range I'm looking for. But that's why I say I'm going to be taking profits well before Bitcoin hits all-time highs this time. Well before. Because I noticed the trend on BTC here. It goes up about 1/7 of the amount that it does in the previous cycle, which would be right around 60K this time if it was to be the same. So when double top 25K, we already had the double. We got the double top, man. Every resistance is a double top. It is what it is. When Jordan Grandma asked how to buy BTC, sell it all.
Jordan, how do I buy some Bitcoin?
Taking care of business, exactly, man. You could see an all-time high double top. I'm open to that, right? And as the prices come up to those ranges, you're going to see me probably be a little bit pessimistic, and you guys probably won't like me at that point, right? As Bitcoin, I'll be pumped. Don't get me wrong. I'll be hyped, bro. The market's going to be booming. I'll be freaking hyped up, right? But I'll be a little bit pessimistic as Bitcoin approaches that previous all-time high, whenever it does. I probably won't be the Uber moon boy. I probably will be like, okay, here it is. Bitcoin's at the level it usually gets a dump from. You know what I mean? So we'll see. That's way down the road. I don't expect that to be till at least 2024, at the very earliest. Could be wrong. Maybe it happens in 2023. But based off the past, you won't see that until at least 2024. 1/7 less, or 1/7 the previous cycle. 1/7 the previous cycle, said Blaze. 1/7, man. Let's see. Franco said, why BTC sees 80K max this cycle? In cycle 1, cycle 2, those are the pattern of visible of 5. Thus, this next cycle will be 400%, meaning 77 to 80K. Yeah, that's right around where I think it. That's right around where my gut tells me, right? You break the previous all-time high slightly. You make some bearish divergence, right? I know I'm kind of spitballing. Bitcoin's really not doing much, guys. Bitcoin's chilling at 22.4. I still think this Bart Simpson looks kind of legit. Something tells me we Bart Simpson today. I could be wrong. But like this big dump into no follow through, just complete sideways, right? Not like a bear flag. You're not really making that. If you were like this, it would be bearish. But the fact that you're just kind of sitting sideways like this, right? It has Bart Simpson vibes to me. But and then obviously S&P, I guess coming down a little bit on the open, not too much though. We want to see a little bit more follow through on this today. And the DXY is actually coming back down. So that's a good sign for today. So like I said, the DXY looks kind of bearish to me, right? You broke trend on the DXY and you back tested yesterday as resistance. And now you're coming back down again. So we shall see on that bad boy. But I think the most interesting scenario would be something like this. Bitcoin comes up on the weekly, right? Whenever it does. Let's just say right? Comes up on the weekly, right? Breaks that previous high slightly. And then everyone gets super bullish because it breaks that previous all-time high. And then you actually, on the monthly time frame, you actually make slightly higher highs. And then the monthly comes up. You make slightly lower highs on the momentum, and you see that bearish divergence, right? Right when you break that previous all-time high, right when you get to that fib level that's this one at 84K, I have to find it. Right when you get to that, right around that region, and then you see that dump like this. Da-da-da, 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 da-da-da-da, But hey, who knows, man? That's always the thing in the bear markets, guys. Everyone guesses, but no one has any idea. I remember in the last bear market, if you were around, a lot of people didn't think Bitcoin was going to ever break 20K again, right? A lot of people were saying that was impossible. If you were around, let me know who was around in 2019 and 2020, right? You guys remember, the general sentiment was a lot of people calling for a double top at 20K. Like, oh, how is Bitcoin going to get that much money in the market, right? That's crazy. You really think Bitcoin's going to go up higher than 20K? That was the general sentiment, right? Right? And then obviously Bitcoin went to 670. So like we could just be underestimating it. I have no idea. I have no clue. All I know is I'm not gonna be bag holding it, waiting for 200K. You know what I mean? If it happens, it happens. Cool. Shit. You know, the general sentiment in the last bear market was, you know, like, how is Bitcoin going to get that much money in the market to get above 20K and go higher? Obviously, we had a lot of money printing to do that, which I think at some point that's going to happen again, for whatever reason it is. But man. We'll see. I think it'll still exceed expectations. We'll see. Bitcoin usually, like, it depends on what your expectations are, right? Obviously, Bitcoin didn't go to 100K last bull market, but a lot of people were, you know, before Bitcoin break 20K, a lot of people were actually pretty pessimistic on it. You know? Let's see. B Water said Jordan did encourage profit taking at or above 24K. Oh, hell yeah, man. Like, listen, you get things wrong, right? I was still feeling a little good up here, right? But, you know, the common saying is if you're at resistance, this is still a good time to be taking a little profits, man. This is a good time. What I was saying up here is if you're feeling nervous, right, and you feel like you have too much money in the market, like if it dumps, it's going to stress you out, it's always a good time to take some profits, man. Always. I honestly, like, any time you get a move up, it's a good time to take some profits. I took some profits on some alts. I took some profits on OP to try to back some later. I took some profits on DYDX. Try to buy back in a little bit later. Nothing huge, but just enough to have a little bit dry powder on the side in case it does go lower. You know, because I had no idea. No one has any idea. Now you're here. You know, and here we are. As a lot of those did get some pullbacks, which is nice. I'm being a little bit of a bottom dweller on some of those altcoins for sure, though. With some of those altcoins. Let's see. December 2020, buy Matic at 1 cent and sold it. You bought Matic at 1 cent and you sold it? Oh, bro. That's tough, man. That is tough, bro. That's a tough one, man. That is a tough one, bro. Holy shit. Bought Matic at 1 cent and sold it. Woo! Man. That'd be like back in 2020 when Cardano was sitting at 3 cents, right? And oh, man. I would have been salty, dude. That sucks. But hey, the opportunity is there now. Like there's altcoins out there that you don't even know are out there right now that could be sitting at 1 cent right now and could be, you know, over $1 in 2 years. You know what I mean? You just have no idea what they are. And that's you gotta find them, right? Now's the time you do the research as Bitcoin's kind of, in my opinion, doing its bottoming out process. Are we going into a bull market right now? I don't think so. But like it's doing its bottoming out process, right? Which takes a long time a lot of times, you know? And this is the time you do the research and you find those cryptos that you think have a chance to like go from like, I don't know, 100 to 500 on CoinMarketCap into the top 30, right? It's that time to start looking at those. I've said the ones I think are going to do well. OP, I think it will be a top 20 coin in my opinion. DYDX, I think the decentralized exchanges will continue to do well. I think that one pops into, you know, at least like the top 30, in my opinion. Some of the Asia coins, man, like ACH, I think has some potential down the road. That's more so for later this year when that rolls out. But you know, some of the gaming tokens, you know, I like to be a little bit of a gambler on those in case some of them can actually make a good game. So I own a little Gala. PYR is one I'm looking at on another pullback, right? I own some memes just in case. Floki, right? The Bonk, right? Some memes. But now's the time you do the research and you really find those. Recently, I've been doing more research because I've been kind of holding off on that because I wasn't really expecting like it. Honestly, you guys remember, like I was bullish down here, but I was not expecting this fast of a move up. right? I think down here I was looking for like 19K, then it was like 21K. I didn't think Bitcoin was just going to pump straight to 25K, man. Like, I wasn't really expecting that. So now, as the market comes back down, we start to look at the cryptos we really get interested in, man, and the ones that we think are going to pop back into that top 30, man. You know, let's see. Bullish on the powder, Sifahid. He's bullish on the powder. On the powder, man. So, yeah. So, like, if you scroll down a lot of these one day, right? If we look like in the 100 to 200 range, a lot of these at some point, these will be, one or two of these will be a massive one. It's pick your poison on which one will be, you know? But one or two of these will be that crypto. That freaking crypto, man. Let's see. Bass said, I'm still short OP from $3. Yeah, man, that was a good place to short, man. That was definitely a good place to short on that one. I TP'd a little bit up there. I didn't short it though. I can't short my baby, you know. But yeah, I'm looking at some pullbacks on this one still, right? I'm looking for 190, 189, 164 for me to scoop some up. I might not get it, man. If I don't get it, that's okay. That's okay. You don't always get what you want, man. That is the famous saying. You don't always get what you want. Life isn't fair, you know? Life isn't fair, bro. Bass still shorting Floki, too. He's shorting the Floki, bro. What, Matt? Don't be shorting my Floki, bro. The Flokiness. The Floki. What's Floki doing right now? 41? Yeah, just chilling. Chilling like a villain. Anyways, guys, I'm getting off. I've already been live for way too long here. I'm getting off. S&P we want to see get a little pump today. Back above the 50 moving averages. That's key, I think, for today. DXY, we want to see this continue to kind of droop down a little bit here. And the corn, hey, just give me really anything, man. Just give me some price action. But in reality, like, a Bart Simpson would be absolutely epic, right? That would be absolutely epic. The bears are really loud on Twitter right now. So, I mean, even if it's short-lived, I love for Bitcoin just to do this. Ring. Bart Simpson right back to the upside somehow. Probably will be if the S&P gets a bounce, gets a bid, right? But I'd love to just see the ring, right? Might not happen. We'll see. I'm gonna leave this here all day though. I'm definitely gonna leave this smiley face here all day, in case it does. And we'll see when we come back later. All right. So I'm out. Peace out. See you guys at 7 p.m. Thanks for coming in and hanging out. I think a lot of you guys were hanging in for the whole stream, bro. You guys are nuts. You guys are absolutely nuts. Envy said Crypto Savvy saying 4K Bitcoin left on the table. Hey, nothing's impossible. Do I think 4K is likely? No. Is it impossible? Also no. But to get to 4K, you would need something catastrophic to happen in the world. And at that point, you wouldn't even care about it. Like if Bitcoin fell to 4K, I don't even think you would even care about crypto at that point, because that probably means something massive is happening in the world. You know what I mean? That probably means there's another pandemic or a massive war or some shit. You know? So like at that point, would you even care if Bitcoin's at 4K? Probably not. Let's see. All right, guys. I'm out of here. Peace out. Catch you guys later as I'm rubbing my ear. Later. Peace.